Hello and welcome to Joburg Today. My name is Tumi Hlapo, bringing you the best of what's going down in and around Johannesburg. Yoga instructor Steve Heyman continues to push the boundaries on how yoga can be experienced, and this time around he invited Joburg Today to an unusual location with a hip-hop twist. Check it out.
Joburg Today was invited to a hip-hop yoga session with Steve Heyman in Hillbrow. His company, Yoga Works, seeks to introduce yoga to people through innovative yoga sessions. We had the opportunity of speaking to some of the people in attendance to find out their thoughts on this yoga session.
It's a very nice concept. You got to decide whether you want to relax or whether you want to vibe. If you want to do both, it's a good concept. If you want to do either or, rather save hip hop for one class and yoga for another class. But I liked it.
I also enjoyed it. You have the meditative feel of the moves of the yoga, yet you have the vibe of the music in the background, and it's a great idea. I loved it.
Awakening yourself and your mind. I think it's great. It's a lovely way to start a Saturday. I enjoyed it thoroughly.
I had a great time too. It was so interesting though because I'm pretty competitive and I want to try everything, but I was outflexed like you cannot believe. Like that actually wasn't that easy, but no, it was a really fun time.
I feel like the whole contrast of finding inner peace in an urban center is quite cool because the city is known for being so busy, and trying to find your inner peace in it, I think it's cool. Like you don't have to go to a farm or the burbs to find inner peace. You can find it anywhere, especially in the city.
It was really fun. I enjoyed it. I didn't have to stretch myself because it's been a long time not stretching my body.
Steve shared with us some insight on how his concept for the hip-hop yoga session came about.
Actually, I teach yoga here upstairs in the yoga tower, in the Ponti Tower, every Friday for the kids in the community center here. And the kids practice exactly like this, with loud music, with lots of chaos, lots of movement and fun. And I wanted to have a session that everybody could join in this location.
I think what's great is 99% of people that came out today wouldn't usually venture out to Hillbrow, and now they're here. So it's a great way of integrating the people from the north and whatever south of Joburg and bringing them to Hillbrow, the center where it's supposedly dangerous to come to.
I think I'll keep sort of changing the concept and seeing what works, but I want to keep it fun and entertaining. And I think if it's not fun, people will not come back to it or want to do it again.
After this yoga workout, I'm ready for the rest of my day. I'm Leroy for Joburg Today.
Like us on Facebook, joburgtoday.tv, and follow us on Twitter at Joburg Today. It is no secret that South Africa has got talent, but in order for us to compete against other countries, we do have to up our standards. But luckily for us, we do have some institutions in our country that are paving the way for the future generations of performing artists.
The South African International Ballet Competition has recently initiated a program for the training of dance teachers in the townships, whose main purpose is to train and empower teachers on how to coach dancers in classical ballet using the Cuban method.
In many countries, you will have kids that are dancers. They become professional dancers or teachers, and then they train kids. In South Africa, we have to try and address the problem immediately. So we are training kids while we are training teachers, and we are training the teachers while we train the kids, because it will help us to have, in 3 to 5 years from now, kids to take part in the South African International Ballet Competition.
And while the teachers may undergo some grueling training, it does help to gain some sort of perspective and a sense of empathy for our ballet stars in training.
As a teacher, teaching kids teaches me patience, because I'm so used to work with professionals where I talk and things happen. Now I must be a good example for them, and I must teach them right, because if I teach them wrong, they're going to remember wrong. So this is a very critical stage of teaching somebody.
It makes me feel good and sad at the same time, because I can feel the pain that they can feel, because what they do is what I do. What they do to me, it's what I do to them. So in a way, it makes me feel sad, but excited at the same time that ballet is now coming to them in Soweto Township.
The teaching program is a 5-year course that involves yearly evaluations and certifications for each level. Upon completion, the teachers will receive an internationally recognized diploma from Cuba.
Right now we are training about 12 teachers. By the end of the year I want to be training 100 teachers. And at the end of 3 years I want to have 1,000 teachers being trained by us. Right now we are working in Soweto, Ennerdale, Ekurhuleni and Randfontein. And by the end of the year, I want us to be in most of the provinces of South Africa with a knowledge of the program, and in 3 years working in all of the 9 provinces.
Gone are the days when you have to trek all the way to Johannesburg to get a ballet lesson. Now, for these kids, they have the opportunity to have ballet lessons all in their own backyards. Yep, ballet has hit the township and is creating quite a stir. And I must say, I'm quite envious because back in my day, this opportunity did not exist. But I'm happy that our youth is beginning to be trained to become a prima ballerinas and ballerinos. I'm Riley Sakwe for Joburg Today.
Hi, I'm Lois Mkize, and you're watching Joburg Today.
That's all for today. For more, do check out our playlist. From myself, Dumin Klapo, and the Joburg Today crew, it's goodbye.